Good day, everyone. Welcome to our Great Books lecture on Journey to the West, one of the most influential and enduring works in world literature. In this lecture, we will explore the novel not merely as a fantastical adventure, but as a deeply symbolic and philosophical narrative, a text that reflects religious thought, moral struggle, and the human quest for enlightenment. As we proceed, I encourage you to think of this novel as a mirror of human experience, where monsters, journeys, and trials represent internal conflicts that are still relevant today. Our discussion will move through the following major areas: the historical and cultural background of the novel, its allegorical nature, major characters and what they symbolize, central themes, and finally, the overall plot structure. These elements will help us understand why Journey to the West is considered a great book and why it continues to shape literature, philosophy, and popular culture. Journey to the West, or Shi Yung Ji, is one of the four great classical novels of Chinese literature. It was written in the 16th century during the Ming Dynasty and is traditionally attributed to Wu Cheng'en, a scholar and poet known for his mastery of classical Chinese prose and satire. The Ming period was a time of intellectual vibrancy, religious pluralism, and literary innovation. This historical context is crucial because the novel reflects a fusion of Confucian ethics, Taoist philosophy, and Buddhist spirituality. The narrative is inspired by the real-life pilgrimage of the Buddhist monk Xuanzang, who traveled from China to India during the Tang Dynasty to obtain sacred scriptures. However, what makes Journey to the West remarkable is how Wu Qingyan transforms a historical journey into a mythic and allegorical narrative. Folklore, religious symbolism, and popular legends are woven together to explore spiritual growth, moral discipline, and the struggle between desire and enlightenment. One of the defining features of Journey to the West is its allegorical structure. Allegory means that characters and events operate on two levels simultaneously: the literal level as part of the story, and the symbolic level representing abstract ideas such as the mind, desire, faith, and discipline. This consistency in symbolism allows the novel to teach moral and philosophical lessons without becoming didactic or preachy. Meet the Monkey King. Let us now turn to the most famous character in the novel, Sun Wukong, also known as the Monkey King. Born from stone on Mount Huaguo, Sun Wukong acquires supernatural powers through Taoist cultivation. His rebellion against heaven reflects unchecked ambition, ego, and raw intelligence. His eventual imprisonment by the Buddha signals the necessity of discipline over power. Symbolically, Sun Wukong represents the human mind, brilliant, restless, powerful, but dangerously undisciplined. His name, Wukong, means awakened to emptiness, a key Buddhist concept referring to the realization that the self and material reality are ultimately illusory. Thus, Wukong's journey is not just physical, it is a mental and spiritual transformation. Tang Sanjiang, also known as Tripitaka, is a devout Buddhist monk and the reincarnation of the Buddha's discipline, Golden Cicada. He is tasked by Emperor Taizong to retrieve sacred scriptures from India, symbolizing humanity's quest for divine truth and moral order. Tanzang embodies piety, discipline, and moral purity. Unlike Sun Wukong, he lacks physical strength, but his spiritual resolve is unwavering. In allegorical terms, he represents the aspiration for enlightenment, the ideal self that must guide the chaotic impulses of the mind and body. Yubaji, commonly called Pixie, is a character driven by gluttony, laziness, and desire. Despite his flaws, Pixie is not evil. Instead, he reflects the ordinary human condition, weak, indulgent, yet capable of loyalty and growth. Xiao Wu Jing or Sandy is the quietest of the disciples. He symbolizes endurance, humility, and emotional stability. While he lacks the brilliance of Sun Wukong or the moral authority of Tang Zanjiang, his consistency is essential to the group's success. Taken together, the four pilgrims represent different aspects of human self. The mind, it refers to Sun Wukong. The spirit refers to Tang Sanjiang. Desire refers to Zhu Baji. And perseverance refers to Xiao Wu Jing. Their journey exemplifies the importance of balance and harmony in attaining enlightenment. Several universal themes emerge in Journey to the West: spiritual enlightenment and redemption, the struggle between good and evil, perseverance and self discipline, harmony among different belief systems, the power of teamwork and loyalty. These themes explain why the novel transcends cultural boundaries and remains relevant across centuries. Structurally, Journey to the West follows an episodic plot composed of a series of trials and adventures. Each episode functions as both an external challenge and an internal spiritual test. The early portion of the novel focuses on Sun Wukong's origin, rise to power, and rebellion against heaven. His punishment under the Buddha's mountain sets the foundation for his eventual redemption. Tanja, Tanzanjiang is chosen by Guan Yin and begins the pilgrimage. Along the way, he recruits his disciples and faces 81 trials, each symbolizing moral, temptation, fear, ego, or doubt. In the final stage, the pilgrims successfully retrieve the scriptures and return to China. Each character attains a spiritual reward, completing the cycle of transformation and enlightenment. In conclusion, Journey to the West is far more than a fantasy novel. It is a philosophical allegory, a religious synthesis, and a profound exploration of what it means to overcome the self. As a great book, it invites us to reflect on our own journeys, our struggles, weaknesses, and potential for growth. Thank you, and I encourage you to revisit the text not just as literature, but as a guide to understanding the human condition. Thank you.